What is up, everybody? This is steviebreech coming to you here today. We are driving home. Yesterday, put up a video about the NFL Thanksgiving games this year. That's going to be a fun day. I can honestly tell you that I am very excited that the San Francisco 49ers are not playing on Thanksgiving. We beat the crap out of the Seahawks last year, but I will tell you honestly, in order for the whole family to sort of plan around the game, to make sure that we're getting somewhere, leaving somewhere, to make sure that you're all watching the same game. The 49ers, they played on Thanksgiving, they played on Christmas. I think they even had like a New Year's Eve or a New Year's Day game, something like that, on 3 special days. And I don't want to say it destroyed the whole year, but it did make all 3 of those holidays a little less fun. So I am thankful that the Giants, the Cowboys, the freaking Lions, Bears, Dolphins, and Packers are all taking that day for themselves. It'll be fun to be eating some turkey and some pie. But I'll tell you the truth, of all the games on the schedule, the one that I sort of circled as the game that I was scared about the most, when the schedule came out, before the preseason, before all of the bad vibes from the so-called San Francisco 49ers, who are 5-6 on the season after losing to the Packers, the Bills game this week. I believe it's week 13. I was not looking forward to this game before the season started. Losing 2 in a row, dropping the game the way that we did to the Packers after having our backup quarterback in there. I don't know. I mean, before the game even started, basically it was reported that Brock Purdy was not going to play on Sunday, but he would be good enough to go this week against the Bills. He's already started doing some light throwing at practice on Monday. I don't want to kill this guy for a bad football year. I'm not ready to call this a bad football team. I think that we just got a huge dose of bad luck. I think that honestly, with the amount of veterans that we have on the team, with the amount of proven all-pro, do they even call them pro bowlers, guys that are at their skill level, some of the best guys at their position, I think that honestly we might have took it a little bit too easy. In camp, preseason, we didn't really play a lot of the guys, and I just think that honestly we weren't ready. And, guys got hurt, and we just didn't get the ball bounce our way. Our biggest problem is, taking care of teams in the second half, putting games away to the point where they really don't matter. You don't always really have to put points on the board in order to put a game away, but you do have to have your offensive drives that, eat up a lot of the clock, just continually running the football, where the clock is just tick, tick, tock, to the point where, guys can't just, come back on you. And then all of a sudden you're like, I thought we had this, and now we're down. And now you're having to really scramble in your last 2 minutes of the game to try and figure something out. So many of our losses, we've been blown out. I'm not trying to put up a thing saying that, hey, we're not as bad as our record is. We're bad. And Derek Coleman, he played for the Nets in the 90s. Coleman, running back, was with our team last year, was with our team before. Then I think he went to the Falcons and then the New York Giants. He had a quote today basically saying that the Niners aren't as bad as their record. They're actually finding their groove and they're going to finish strong. I believe that. I'm not going to say it. I mean, some things just don't need to be said. If a team is playing like crap, they're playing like crap, and they got to find a way to get out of it. Don't elevate them as this late in the season, after Halloween, going into Thanksgiving. I don't know, man. 2 games out of first. which is very, very weird for having a record of 5-6. But I have seen weirder things happen. We could win the next, I don't want to say win the next 10 because it's late in the season that it might have us in the Super Bowl. But we could rip off winning our next 4. We got to get through this game. The Bills are a statistically good football team. Their offense moves the football. They score points. They got a good defense that stops a lot of teams. I'll tell you the truth, the Bills also have games where they give up a lot of points. San Francisco 49ers, on a good day, with the sun shining in the right direction, we can do that. We've got George Kittle. We've got Debo. We've got Christian McCaffrey. Those guys have not forgotten who they are. The one guy who we've forgotten about is Jordan Mason. We did this last year. Basically, I was saying, we were running Christian McCaffrey a lot. We were throwing him the football a lot. And I was kind of saying, like, hey, we got Elijah Mitchell. He's been a really good back on this team before he got there. Should we not be mixing him in every once in a while to give McCaffrey a little bit of a breather? And we just shut him out. I thought that basically once we hit the playoffs, we would use him because he was fresh. Yeah, he's not Christian McCaffrey, but he is a fresh Elijah Mitchell. A lot of defensive players, a lot of running backs in this league, once you hit the playoffs, are going to be beaten down from just continuously running the football. To have a guy who's been an all-star performer on this team, and was our starting running back before Christian McCaffrey got there, you would think you'd want to use him. Just shut him out. Like he was a bad guy, like he stole our money or something like that. Jordan Mason, I believe like weeks into the season, before he was out for a week, he was like the leading rusher in the NFL. All of a sudden, Christian McCaffrey comes back, and this guy doesn't even know where the field is. Like I don't even think he can pick an NFL ball out of a lineup right now. Why are we not giving the ball to him? Like 1 out of every 4 runs. The guy was awesome for us all beginning of the season, and all of a sudden now McCaffrey's back, and it's like, hey, we can't have anybody but him run the ball. I don't know, man. This could be a tough game. I'm not guaranteeing a win. I'm not guaranteeing a loss. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna play hard, and try to find out who we are. Let me put this on your radar the other day. I saw a headline. I watched the video. The Chicago Bears think we're going to fire Kyle Shanahan at the beginning of the season. They've already picked him as the number 1 coach for the Chicago Bears. Are we really firing our coach just because of this year? The last time I checked, this guy as an offensive coordinator has been to the Super Bowl. As a head coach, he's been to the Super Bowl twice. He's been to the NFC Championship game on years that he hasn't gone to the Super Bowl in the other year. Why are we throwing this guy out of town? Are we firing him and putting the blame on him because of what's going down? I'll tell you this much. I really, really, really wish that we had an offensive coordinator in there. Is Mike McDonald coming back from the Dolphins? Probably not. I mean, we didn't get the guy back from the Jets. He ended up going and helping the Packers, actually, which after Sunday, what the fuck's going on, man? Did you forget where you came from? Last time I could tell, the Packers aren't firing their coach. So I don't know why you're thinking you're sweet-talking your way into that job, Robert. But I think that we need some sort of offensive mind to run the offense. Kyle Shanahan is a smart fucking dude. And, he has done a lot for this team. I'm not saying take the playbook away from him, but, don't make it where he's all focused on this one thing and he can't reach out for help. I think it would be freaking awesome. But, I don't know, man. I'm not feeling great about the game, but I'm a fan. So I'm going to watch it. Like I said the other week, there's fans of other teams out there that wish they had the stars that the Niners do. So we'll see what's going on. Peace out, guys.